What's up, guys and gals? It's Griever back here, bringing you guys the latest episode review of Dr. Stone. Now, this right here, guys, is episode 12 of Dr. Stone, and I know I'm behind, I know I'm late. In fact, I'm starting to get behind with my regular content, being, of course, my manga chapter reviews week to week of Seven Deadly Sins, One Piece, etc., etc. So, all I can do is say I'm sorry. I've got huge renovations going on right now. There's a lot to do. I was renovating the living room. I'm renovating the basement, gutting it completely. There's just a lot going on right now, along with regular work and stuff like that. So, sorry for the lateness, but we're going to jump right into this. We're going to get through episode 12 and 13 as quick as I can with the 13 video. So, just finished watching episode 12 of Dr. Stone. I thought it was good. Thankfully, it moved quite fast, so there's not really going to be a whole lot to review because I don't really have time. Suffice to say, I thought the episode was okay. It was alright. It was more of a Ginro episode, with the silver spear and him, learning what it is to be brave, what it is to learn to have fear, be weak, but still be strong at the same time, that kind of stuff. We get great moments between Chrome, Kohaku, and Senku, especially, about halfway through the episode. That's really nice. Kasaki, of course, having his age-old wisdom about what fear means. Fear is how you survive, and you should take that. I love the logic of Kasaki in this episode, because he looks at Ginro, who's afraid. Of course he's afraid, because what they do is they go after sulfuric acid. But we all know, it's explained in the episode very heavily, the poisonous gases, without the proper hazmat suits, without the gas masks and stuff, you're going to die. Like, you breathe that shit in, you're dead. So, they find a pool of it, and of course Senku made the silver spear as a detector. Then this is a little bit of a stretch, but not actually too much, because this is exactly what would happen to silver. So I liked the episode. I thought it was good. They just basically, this whole episode is let's devise a way to get the sulfuric acid from the lake to make the cure-all drug for Ruri. And that's basically the episode. There wasn't a whole lot of changes I felt from the manga, a few slight ones here and there. Kasaki imparting his wisdom, though, on Ginro, because Ginro goes with Kohaku and Chrome and everybody to the sulfuric acid site, but once he realizes, this is the death place, and they represent it by this death fairy, this sulfuric acid fairy of the lake sort of idea. Lady of the Lake incarnate sort of reference thing going on. And she's, of course, evil and all zombie-like, right? And Ginro gets really scared of this. So when they have to go back, they create the gas masks and all that stuff. They go along that line, which happens very quickly. Kasaki, of course, being a craftsman, makes it very well. After this, they have a huge scene where Chrome is talking to Senku, and Senku basically says, look, I'm going to impart all the knowledge I have of science onto you. Because I got to go. I got to go do this, and I might die. There is no trial and error with this stuff. This is dangerous. And they have a really nice moment where he's like, look, I'm not your better, I'm not your lesser, I am your friend. Did the focus screw up? Anyways, so it was a nice moment where he basically says, I refuse to accept your knowledge because that means you have to come back. Because Senku basically says, if I don't impart my knowledge, the world's screwed. And Chrome basically goes, well then, you can't die. And if I don't have your knowledge, that means you still can't die. It's a little, bit of a narcissistic attitude, but it inspires Senku to go, yeah, okay, all right. And then it's good score, good music. Kohaku remembers doing the same thing with Ruri. She, being healthy, was supposed to take on the role of priestess and be set up for it. That's why Kohaku did all these things. I'm going to be the most unfit woman for priestess. That way, Ruri has to keep living. This is a selfish thing to do, but so far, according to the story, it's a bit effective, right? It seems to have worked to a degree. And then, of course, they go, Chrome and Senku decide their differences, and they decide to go together with two sets of gas masks, and they go to collect the sulfuric acid. Of course, after Kasaki talks to Ginro about what it is to be weak, what it is to be fear. Fear is a natural part to keep yourself alive, all that stuff, and take this from a guy who's lived much longer. Clearly, fear is a necessity, but it doesn't mean you can't be strong and blah, blah, blah. So, suffice it to say, all of this boils down to the fact that Ginro does show up at the last minute, of course, to save Chrome from falling in the vat of sulfuric acid, and they get the sulfuric acid at the end of the day. That's pretty much the episode. And I said, guys, this review would be super, super short. But I really just enjoy the interactions of the characters right now. Like, we're getting into some pretty good stuff. It's going to get far, far better from here on out. Like, these last couple episodes are okay. We need to establish this. We need to establish that. This, that, and the other thing. The emotions were not felt as heavy because I'm not a huge, like, Ginro fanboy and stuff. I'm not like, he's okay. He's a fine character. I don't dislike him, but I'm not heavy. And this was more of a Ginro overcoming his fear and his, and his cowardice and his weakness. This was what that episode was truly about, and acquiring both gas masks and sulfuric acid. Outside of that, there was the good moment between, as I said, between Chrome and Senku, and that went on for a good chunk. But that was basically it. And as I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Ginro, like a Ginro focused episode. I'd be more interested in focusing on more emotional things for Kohaku and Ruri, which there was a little bit, Senku, stuff like that. Though I will say one thing: the 100 tales were brought up. The 100 tales was brought up by Ruri that need to be passed down as knowledge. This was a contrast between what Senku was telling Chrome about, I'm going to pass down all my knowledge so that you can live on with the science. That was the whole reason Kohaku didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. So a very, very interesting little duality there, a little bit of the yin-yang thing going on, a repeat, so to speak, in a different circumstances, but same situation. Either way, I thought the episode was good. I'm looking more forward to episode 13 and that kind of stuff. So, like, comment, subscribe, guys. I'm sorry that this review is so quick and so late. But hopefully I get back on a regular schedule soon. I was burning myself out too much with all these renovations going on in the house. But that being said, I hope to be back to a regular schedule soon. This has been Griever, not Behind the Bar Reviews. I was about to say that. No, not Behind the Bar Reviews. Just your Dr. Stone episode review for episode 12. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're never misinformed, because clearly my schedule's off the rocker. So, once again, guys, as always, drink responsibly. We'll see you back here next time.